Women of Reddit. What is something men do that they think is sexy/attractive but really isn't? Going to into great detail about all the things they are going to do when they get you in bed, and then doing exactly zero of those things. Don't bring me into the bedroom thinking I am getting an evening of kink and pleasure when the reality is 10 seconds of jackhammer sex that is only enjoyable for you. I'm going to roll you up in a blanket and feed you pizza. On dating websites, post photos of them posing with at least 8 scantily clad women who work at the tropical resort that the guy is staying at. How is that a thing? How would anyone think this was a good idea? If you have to constantly tell people how big of a deal you are, you're not a big deal. Also, don't be a jerk to the staff. Dated a guy once that took the masculine thing too far. I couldn't call him cute without him flipping out. He wouldn't ever call anything cute either. Wouldn't even run his hands through my hair because it was too girly. Guy I'm with now falls asleep playing with my hair, and it is heaven. I once overheard someone use the phrase AskReddit as the kind of guy who wanted wash his asshole because he thinks it would make him guy feel like it fits the person you're describing. My favorite I overheard is AskReddit so homophobic hey early to banana sideways oh. Trusting you know what your girl wants is not the same thing as telling her what she wants. One is knowing her well enough to give her what she wants, the other is doing what you want and telling her she should lighten up and give it a try. Like anal. Don't just spring that on me, chat. This thread made me feel a lot better about myself. I think the thread can be summed up as don't be an unhygienic douchebag. Messaging someone right off the bat with something like hey baby/sexy/slut. I bet you'd like it if I insert detailed but poorly written and grammatically incorrect sexual fantasy that borders on both violent and extremely awkward all at once. No, I would not like that. And no, this isn't appealing. If I ask for your detailed sexy fantasies, that's one thing, but don't come out the gate with that shit, man. Order my food for me, not in a cute, I know what she wants kind of way, but a dominant asshole kind of way. I once was taken on a date. He insisted in driving and drove like a jackass there and back. Blasted the same T-Pain song over and over. Then as we proceeded to order, he ordered everything for me. From the water to my horrible salad. I still paid half the bill. One of the worst dates ever. 0 out of 10 would recommend dating this guy. It's not Pain's fault. That lip licking movement in between the index and middle finger implying that they are good at cunnilingus. Yeah. Yucks. I hate the word cunnilingus. Sounds like mold to me. Talking about how they can irritate or know someone. Okay, you do that. Oh god, I hate when men tell hypothetical stories about the type of guys who would get their asses kicked if they dared to disrespect them. It is not making you look like a hero. Just a violent jackass. Lying to make them elves look smart. The truth will come out. And when it does, they will look like a dumbass. Being overprotective in a cringy way. I have nothing against a guy who is considerate, but I really don't need someone who wants to punch every other guy that just looks at me, or even someone who makes shit up. Like I heard these strangers over there talking shit about you and frowning at them. Like WTF dude. Make me feel safe if you want to, but don't make me feel like I am made of glass. Explaining that they're great at sex. Show don't tell. So you like to watch. Are you seriously watching porn by yourself? I had an ex that would put on his sultry voice and tell me it's time for bed. It really came out sounding creepy and not a bit romantic. Physically, we had good times, but I had to cringe past his verbal intro. That just gave me Silence of the Lamb vibes. It's time to lie down. Permanently. It's time for the big sleep. Trying to prove that they are smarter than me. Dude, I want to be able to have a normal conversation with you. Stop interrupting me and actually listen for a second. You might recognize that I too have something interesting to contribute to the conversation. I knew a guy who loved using very specific terminology about their field. When I asked him questions about his work, I straight up told him, dude, I am trying to talk to you. Blabbering on in terminology you know I don't know, just to look smart makes me not want to talk to you. Just speak like a normal person. I know some very educated people who do this, but it's completely by accident. They spend years in their social circles, where everyone is extremely educated on a very specific topic. And then they start to forget that most people don't know and don't care about that topic. Scientists can be really bad about this. If you have any stories, please share them in the comments section below. Compare me to other girls in a way that's supposed to make me feel special, but is actually just demeaning to every other woman on the planet. Things like most women only want chads who will treat them like shit. I'm happy you're not like that, or other females are plastic bimbo bitches who are only out for money. I'm happy you're not a gold digger. Say that enough, and I start hearing I hate women. But I'm nice to you, because I think you're fuckable. Along this vein, acting like it has bad taste or lame to like music / hobbies / movies / activities that are stereotypically female populated. One could simply be neutral toward it instead of saying it is bad. Especially if you have ever tried it. Plenty of girls engage in male populated hobbies and honor disparage them. Talking about feelings. Listening to pop music. Interest in design / fashion. Watching romantic movies. Painting males and playing less violent games is as valid and awesome a lifestyle as that of a person who likes functional task-oriented discussion. Metal. FPS games. Skateboarding. And action movies. For the record, I say this as someone whose hobbies lie in all the above areas. It is just frustrating when guys put down some of these interests thinking that it makes you manly. No, it makes people insecure, which makes them act more clingy / annoying / unreasonable. Just appreciate and validate PR players' interests. Bragging about how expensive their house / car / boat / etc. is or how much money they make. It is great to share your passions and talk about your job, but if all you are interested in is material items and money, I am immediately turned off. I'm trying to hide how much money I put into my project car, so you don't see it as a red flag that it is. Negging. Curse you early 2000s and your bullshittery. I hate when guys brag about having some clout on social media. I do not care how many followers you have, I care about you as a person. Well, I'll have you know that I have 20 followers on Reddit. 20, I tell ya. Who cares about personality when you've got 20 followers? No one. On Reddit. That handstand diarrhea thing. What the hell happened here? The Tinder squint, which they think makes them look like a moody lead singer on an album cover, when it actually makes them look like Renee Zellweger just smelled a fart. Talking about fights they've gotten in. Saying how bad they wanna beat another guy's ass. Saying I could kill that guy or other belligerent things. I do not care if you punch things. I do not care if you can overpower other men. I do not care if you are capable of killing people. Just be a good person and make good choices. Your pissing contests do not interest me. I care. And they are huge red flags that will make me fuck right off. So thank you for weeding yourself out, Ethan. A lot of these comments are about men bragging about something, lol. Bragging about things that they shouldn't brag about to make themselves seem more manly. That is, not caring about their hygiene or skincare. Not knowing how to look after a child. Not knowing how to cook. Not wanting to clean up after themselves or clean a house. Not wanting to read books to better themselves or trying new things, etc, etc. Even worse when they shame other men for it. This is literally the adult toddler in my house right now. I can confirm there is now 0% attraction to him. Some boys think being loud and destructive is somehow cool and attractive, especially when drunk. They don't realize it makes normal men and women look down on them. Like they're some kind of subhuman chimp-minded chimera of disappointment. They don't realize it makes normal men and women look down on them. Like they're some kind of subhuman chimp-minded chimera of disappointment. Wow. That's an awesome insult. Writing it down. Trying to show how overall palo they are by treating other people like shit. No. Trent. Being a dick, I know it's sexy and you look pathetic. Classic Trent. What a tool. A bit of a contradiction, but when a guy is either a fuckboy or a nice guy, no one, female or otherwise, needs some grade A mega douche making you feel inadequate, nor does anyone need some spineless storm at putting people on a god damn pedestal and drop kick your ass off of it the moment you reject him. Confidence and kindness are sexy/attractive in a man, and people in general, but not when someone takes it to the extreme. Edit. Added the dropkick part. Fucking balance. No one considers balance anymore. You don't need to be on one side of the spectrum. Bragging about how many women Theo have slept with because they are good in bed, and their crazy times with the boys, partying, drinking, etc. I slept with the boys and partied hard with the girls. I am doing this wrong? Nah man. I think doing I right. Don't forget to kiss the homies goodnight. But social distancing. I wish I was with the homies. Sending dick pics. Unsolicited dick pics make you a shitty person in my book. It's not any different than flashing someone on the bus without their consent. It's creepy and unwanted, and you shouldn't do it. Take dick pics over the toilet. Why would I want to see that shit? Literally. Chat. This is especially frustrating for women who actually might like dick pics. Like, why don't you study a few art or photography classes before trying to impress a woman who responds to visual stimuli with a shitty snapshot of your darn? Chat. Acting like an aggressive gorilla after a few beers. If anyone looks at their girlfriend in public, you aren't being chivalrous. You're being a twat. I am an internet celebrity/influencer. I have 100k karma on Reddit. Is this a subtle way of bragging you have over 100k karma on Reddit? Have some more karma. Drive really fast and recklessly. I would like get home in one piece. Sending unsolicited nudes. Bullying other PPL, especially waitstaff to show dominance or something. Quickest turn off ever. Bragging about dick size. It's the motion of the ocean, my friend. It is not the motion of the ocean or the size of the boat that counts. But if it can stay in port long enough for all passengers to get off without catching a virus, can it go to port with a virus? Sorry, no entry. I feel really secure knowing no one said show off their $2,000 gaming rig, describe their intense passion for Magic the Gathering, or explain the complexities of the D&D campaign they admin. I apologize for any moisture accumulation I may have caused. I'm a dude and I'm soaked. Bragging in general. I've heard men tell me, on first dates, about their salary, their cars, how hot their last GF was, their stock investments, how much money they made on Bitcoin, how early they got into Tesla, their employee number at / major tech company, how much cash they have on hand, etc. Such a turnoff. Can someone explain to me why exactly they do it? Insecurity? The belief that men are supposed to provide resources, so they are helpfully showing me this. The inability to comprehend that I'm a person who wants to like you as opposed to be dazzled by you. I would suspect it's because we are taught that we have no value unless we can provide. It would be an insecurity that we aren't worthy of love, that no woman would love us if we aren't financially well off. Crazy, but to this day a lot of guys think being excessively persistent is the way to get a girl. As soon as I have said no, or told you I have a boyfriend, it should be the end of it. If I was interested, I would not have rejected you in the first place. Edit. Guess I did not make it clear that I am talking about excessively persistent men who have blatantly been told no. This is enforced by movies and our warped perception of how relationships work. Guys who brag about how good they are in bed. I've learned if they brag about that they are very likely going to be awful. I guess the bragging worked lol. Deep shallow dudes. That's great you like to read Sartre, and that nature is your church or whatever, but I really don't need to know 5 seconds after meeting you how your keen observations of people at parties you always go to, but don't enjoy, has led you to supreme emotional intelligence and a nihilistic worldview. You don't sound intelligent. You just think you do because you're stoned. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe for more content.